I'm just like fiddling around with a phenomenal guest today.
I see what you did there.
Amanda Shaw, thank you so much for coming. It's always so much fun to have you around.
Thanks.
You're such a just like when you come to get coffee, you're such a bubble personality to have around. It's just like you bring such a fun little energy.
It's the caffeine that brings the bubbles.
You're bubble by the second cup.
Bubble by the second cup. I feel like there's a song in there somewhere. Bubble by the second cup.
Well, and so so it's so awesome. You're here and you've got like a new EP coming out soon. You're working on it. And
I am. I'm super excited. I've been working on this music. I'm really excited because I got to write a lot of music. I got to work with a lot of new collaborators I had never worked with before. I did a lot of traveling to LA, and I got, like I said, I worked with new collaborators. So I'm really excited about sharing it. I feel like it's
different LA, right?
Yeah, well, you know what it is
Not
I'm
Louisiana.
excited. Yeah, LA, the West Coast. But I'm excited to bring the fiddle and to bring our culture to a whole new audience. And I think it'll show a new side of my writing. So I'm really excited about it.
Well, it's super, and so you've been doing this a while now, which is so
a little while.
But you're still younger than me. We're not going to mention. That, but
nobody's counting.
Nobody's counting numbers, but I remember, like when you were young, you were like, I guess on your way to high school, you'd swing by WWL, and you'd be in your school uniform. I'm like, this girl's in, and I was like, I think it was maybe college or college.
Yeah.
Like, look at this girl, like in high school, fiddling, like just fire, like just ripping it up on Channel 4, and it's like, dang, look at this. And so it's so funny though, like and of course, you see like they put little shows like that on, but like the fact that like you're the real deal now. You're the real deal.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I'm a grown up now.
Yeah,
that's all. That's what's
But
real.
I mean, like you're super talented, and like you write in super music, and then you're traveling the world.
Yeah.
You just got back from Brazil.
I got back from Brazil, which was gorgeous. It was our 4th time going to Brazil,
and people are receptive to Cajun music in Brazil.
They are. People love. One of the things I know we've talked about before is people love Louisiana. They love Louisiana, and it's all over the world. It's a global thing. I have some friends in Rome, and the first time they came to the U.S., the first place they wanted to go was New Orleans, because their idea of coming to America was going and listening to blues music in some blues club in Louisiana. And I just think it's amazing that a place can captivate so many people around the world.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud that the people here allow me to represent them and be an ambassador to them.
It's so cool. You did Switzerland and whatever. So one of the cool things that I do, and I stopped the show. You come in a lot. What's your coffee of choice?
This morning it's a latte, but I'm a cappuccino latte. I keep it pretty simple.
Or somewhere in between, flat white.
If it's got a little bit of kick. But the other thing I do love is I love my hot tea. It's something I got used to for my voice and everything. I do love hot tea.
And we have a whole thing of different teas.
You guys have a bunch of hot teas, but it's a morning time, so I definitely needed my latte.
It's a coffee.
It is.
And so, because one of the really interesting things, like St. Roch is got like a lot of people like, oh, they're all tourists in there and that, and like, oh, Bywater's a bunch of is bought up by people from out of town and that, but. You live in Bywater?
I did. I just moved. I know. I did such a big girl thing. I moved to the Bywater, but it's such a great neighborhood. It was a big change for me as someone growing up on the North Shore. It was such a different thing to have to come and live in. But it's so exciting when I see places like the St. Roch Market, and when you have places like your coffee, that your coffee stop where it's just normal. It's an everyday thing where you see the same people and you chit chat and things, and it's got such a great community thing. And ultimately, at the end of the day, a neighborhood is about the people that you're around and everything, and that's what makes this neighborhood so great. Is it's attracting new people and fun people, and it's
attracting new people, and so that's to me like so that's like the number one thing people are like, oh, it's like people from out of town, but it's not all people from out of town.
It's local
like,
people
us.
too, and it's just an interesting community just seeing it change.
It's a port city.
Yeah,
We're
it's
a port
really
city.
awesome.
We change. Yeah, no, it's super cool.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. Well, I'm excited to live here, and I'm excited to just, see this neighborhood come to life and just see all the talent. It's definitely a neighborhood that's bubbling with a lot of just excitement and creativity.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
you know, for someone like me, it's
You're
great
an
to live in
artist.
this
Like,
neighborhood.
you need that energy.
Well, not only
you need
that,
that
like you
spark.
said, I've been working for a long time. So as someone that's been working in this industry for a long time, if you kind of keep doing the same thing, it's easy to get stuck doing the same thing and be bored with it. But to be in a neighborhood, I think it was one of the best decisions I made moving to this neighborhood, because you see a lot of young people with new ideas, and it kind of reinvigorates you and re-inspires you, and you're like, yeah, that's what I do it for, you know. And it's not just to give, but it's to give the art. It's to receive the art. And when you see, you know, these art galleries and things, and you see people excited about going to go see art, going down to the clubs that are here, Siberia, and things like that.
It's
you know,
packed down here.
To see people excited about it, you know, in that new sort of way, and it's very youthful. It makes you really excited.
And it's taking this
and then you've got food like this too, and you know, and it's all those different parts of art that, and it reminds you that there's still new things, you know, to be excited about within art. You know.
Thank you so much. It's always good to see you.
Thank you. Good to
take
see
care.
you.